Aaron's journey is deeply rooted in overcoming personal struggles. It was in 1998 that Aaron walked away from drugs and alcohol forever. He started tracking everything in his life and went from letting the day control him to controlling his day. He believes that ADHD is his superpower, and he's turned that energy into helping families and teens for over 25 years. Aaron, thank you so much for being on the show today.
You got
Since I agree with your perspective, I have to ask you this question.
Sure.
Why do you believe ADHD is a superpower?
It's really interesting as a kid when teachers, and I was a kid in the 70s and the early 80s going through elementary school. I was born in 69, and that it was the new thing on the block for boys at that time. And when teachers would hear about it, they would, oh, well, he's going to struggle with relationships and drugs and school and this and that and the other. And then when I finally stepped away from addiction and started running my own business, and my martial arts school started to grow and people would discover I was ADHD, they would say, oh yeah, Richard Branson's ADHD. Oh yeah, this famous person, this wealthy person, that's amazing person. I'm like, you could have told me this when I was a kid. It would have, because the framing of ADHD is so important. Every syndrome or ADHD is like playing Uno, and everybody in the room has pulled a draw 4 and a draw 2 card on you, and you are holding the whole deck of syndromes, and you're expected to win while they're down to 2 or 3 cards, and you've got like 60 cards in your hand. And what option do you have other than to make it your superpower? That hyper focus. This morning I got 12 things off my to-do list. Tomorrow probably won't get to one of my projects. I'll probably build songs on Suno AI instead. If I don't treat this as a superpower, look, nobody else is, so I had better. And I've given many talks on all the aspects of ADHD and how parents can reframe them in themselves. I'm very, very successful in business, in real estate. I help families all over the world. I have a massive international audience. I just got back from Malaysia teaching the Enlightened Warrior Training Camp and Wizard Camp. Yet again, 20 years deep, still teaching that work and being what I like to call the bad boy of good. I get to cuss, listen to metal music, and push the envelope. And people keep coming back because they want what I've got. And what I just have to say is, I'm ADHD. I was a drug addict. I was abandoned by my father. I was sexually assaulted as a kid. I was bullied mercilessly. I'm extremely successful. I have a very successful marriage. My children are grown and happy, and I'm a grandparent. I made it work. And people didn't give me a choice when I was a kid to work it or not work it. I had the death sentence of, bipolar ADHD and these death sentences we hand to children and say, good luck.
Look at Mike Lindell.
Yes.
Look at Bill Bartman. Both serious. I'm pretty sure Bill had drug problems as a kid. He was beaten, almost died in a gang, living under a bridge. And he became a billionaire. Not once. He lost it all and got it all back. He became a billionaire twice in one lifetime.
Right.
Look at the incredible things. And Elon Musk has one of those, multiple letter things that we're supposed to be afraid of. The government schools tell you, oh, you'll never amount to anything. You can't do this. You've got to do it our way.
Right.
And look at how much he has produced. Look at me. I'm not an Elon Musk or a Bill Bartman, at least not yet. I might be someday. But I wasn't diagnosed. They just knew I always had issues. And I'm sure if I would have come a couple of years later, they would have tried to put me on medication. And anybody that's listened to 5 Minutes, one of my radio shows, knows I'm absolutely all over the place. And I have managed to find enough focus to get something done. And that's why this is my second show of the day. And I've negotiated to buy a house, and it's barely after lunch.
That's exactly what I'm talking about right there. How many people are going to tell their children or tell each other, you have to focus, you have to pick one thing, give me a break and get out of my face. I have been up since 4 a.m. I've been to the gym. I have a $3.5 million real estate deal going on as we speak. I have a podcast. I have children. I have a legacy mentor program that I run with Robert Riopel. I have a martial arts client coming in an hour. Don't tell me I need to focus. Show me how to use my diffuse awareness to my advantage. There are people who are hunters. They can focus. There are also people who are gatherers. You need both for the tribe to survive. So don't tell me I should be one, and don't tell me I should think like you when you don't have the ability to think like me. Don't tell me what I should do. I have spent my whole life with people saying, you should try meditation. I'm not going to. What I should try is Tai Chi, because my whole body is moving and I am breathing and everything is on my purpose. Success is never going to be accidental.
Some people might be focused by meditating. You want to see me focused? Skydiving. Yeah, I am so calm once I get down to the ground. It really, even now, going flying in terrible IFR conditions, can't see anything. Ethan and I were up just a couple of days ago. We got the crap knocked out of us. We took the little plane. We're getting bounced all over. Did multiple approaches into multiple different airports. The one didn't even turn on the system, the ILS system we needed to land, and we still managed to get down to the airport out of the clouds. I came home so refreshed and pumped up after that, and it would make some people fall apart. And to me, that was relaxing and fun. It pushed me to the limits. I always have to accomplish something more, or I get bored. And I think a lot of the students in school that have OCD or ADD or whatever, sometimes you're frequently not being taught in the right way. And sometimes you're just not being pushed enough. It's not that you can't do it. It's that they're not giving you enough to do when you get bored. Lila, why don't you tell us what Aaron really does and how many people he's helped in his life?
Aaron Huey is a highly regarded expert in personal transformation, family recovery, and achieving lasting success. A proud parent and grandparent, Aaron's journey is deeply rooted in overcoming personal struggles. It was in 1998 that Aaron walked away from drugs and alcohol forever. He started tracking everything in his life and went from letting the day control him to controlling his day. He believes that ADHD is his superpower, and he's turned that energy into helping families and teens for over 25 years, including with his martial arts class in Colorado, the Fire Mountain Residential Treatment Center for Teens, and his parenting class, Beyond Risk and Back, which snagged a Telly Award in 2021. His Safe Dojo project landed him in the Martial Arts Hall of Fame in 2022. He's the author of several books meant to help parents and teens, and he also hosts the Beyond Risk and Back podcast, helping parents of teens who are battling addiction, mental health crises, and even trafficking.